My name's Louise Baker. I am the founder and OG mechanic of Womanic here in Tyseley in Birmingham.
Amazing. Awesome. Well, thank you and welcome to Life of a Female Tradie podcast. You are officially our first mechanic. So, whoop,
Woo!
whoop. Awesome. I like to get to know a bit of background on my guests so the listeners can see where you've come from and how you've got to where you are. So, where did your kind of career path start?
So I have always been in the motor trade. I've been in the motor trade. Well, I say I've been in the motor trade. I've always been into cars. So I've been into cars
Cool.
since I was about 16. My dad got me into them. I had a, am I allowed to swear?
Yeah, go for it.
I had a really shit Mini, a really old Mini. It's a
Did you?
1981 Mini Mayfair, and it would break down to the point that the wheels would fall off and all sorts of stuff. And because I was only a teenager, I had no money, and so my dad would teach me how to repair it.
Nice.
And then that went on through the years, and then I had various mini clubs, and we travel all around the country in our little minis. And then I obviously upgraded to a Metro.
Nice. Yeah.
um, and then yeah, I had like various like car cruising clubs, and where we travelled around. And to be fair, then it was just a hobby. It was me modifying and styling, and just socializing, I guess, and just getting to grips with all the like-minded people and sharing different stories. And it was great. We had the best time. Like those are the best years of my life. It was absolutely amazing. And then I wanted to progress my club further, so I seek sponsorship from a auto centre in Birmingham. It was called Fletcher's, and it was just like, Fast and the Furious, where they go into that mod shop and they got all the
Yeah.
alloy wheels and all the turbos. It was just like that. It was exactly the same.
Ooh,
And
nice.
it was just like the place to be if you were into cars. So I went in there and I says, do you fancy sponsoring my club? It was Cruise Central back then. That was my club. Do you
Cool.
fancy sponsoring it? And they were like, yeah, but we want you to work for us. And I was like, wow, this sounds sick. So I must have been about 19. I was about
Okay.
19, 20 at the time. And I was like, yeah, okay. And then I started working there and I made a name for myself, and everyone from like Birmingham and all different parts that were into cars, I ended up styling them for them, and they'd come and see me specifically. And I just built a name up for myself. That's what I did. And then what did I do then? And then I did some random jobs, like I worked in different retailers. I don't know why I did that. And just kept cars as a hobby. And then and I got made redundant
Okay.
from Fletcher's, and my nan died that year as well. When everything just seemed to,
Oh,
like, I think I split up with my partner, my nan died, I lost my job.
it does.
It
It
all
all
just
happens, doesn't it? At the same
it
time,
does.
I've been in that position. Yeah.
All it just hits you all at once, and you don't know what you want to do or where you want to go. You've got no direction. I'm still living at home with my parents. I
Yeah.
don't know what's going on in my life. And so I took 2 years out, and me and my friend, we used to buy scrap cars, and we'd strip them and we'd sell the parts on eBay. And that was when eBay was first coming out. Like,
Okay.
that was just like the thing to do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and that's how I learnt my skill. So I'd buy engines from the scrapyard, and I'd drag them into my parents' entry, and I'd sit there with a really shit basic tool set, and I'd be stripping them down. I didn't even know if the parts worked. If the alternator just freewheeled, I was like, yeah, it's a good one. Stick it on eBay, 30 quid. And I just winged it from that, and I'd sell the heads and the bottom ends, and I did it from that, and we progressed from that to cars, and then we started modifying, and then we started doing engine swaps. And then big upgrades, like we'd upgrade like the old Rovers from like standard 200 horsepower. And we built like the fastest one at the time was 500 horsepower. Like, we went mad into
Wow.
tuning. And then I got a job then because I needed a mortgage. So I needed a real job.
One of them. One of them real jobs.
I had to grow up. So I managed to get a job at a service centre in Wednesbury, and I was a greeter. Because
Okay.
I'd got no mechanical qualification at all. It was just experience. And so I'd got a job as a greeter. So all I did is, when the customer came up, I'd check him in, upsell them, and that's all I did. And from that, within 3 months, I was progressed to supervisor. Then I progressed all the way through, and by the end of the 3 years, I was there 3 or 4 years, I was a store centre manager.
Nice.
I'd gained some qualifications on the way as well. And then I left there for a mutual agreement.
Okay.
And then I decided I hated the motor trade because I was treated so badly.
Right.
I had a tattoo to commemorate. I've got a piston with
Oh,
some
yes.
angel wings and a halo,
Amazing.
just to commemorate completely coming out of the trade because I just thought I'm sick of this. I got treated so badly. I don't want to do this anymore.
Okay.
And I went to work for Tesco,
Okay. You know?
and it was the worst thing I ever did. Like, I suffered with anxiety. I had my first panic attack there. I met my ex-partner there, and he's a cheat and a liar, and the only good thing he gave me was my daughter. And it was just the worst. It was the worst thing. But I learned a lot about myself. I grew up a lot. Um, and then when I had my daughter, I didn't want the stress of Tesco anymore because I was a manager,
Okay.
and I didn't want that stress anymore. And I stepped down and I just started stacking shelves, and that just wasn't for me. I realised throughout these years that I don't work well for people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I work better on my own. I can't be told what to do and navigate in the wrong direction. I need to navigate myself. If only I had this epiphany years ago. Um, and then, yeah, I hated stacking shelves. And I thought, what can I do that I love? And I thought, I love cars. That is what I love to do. It's in my blood. It's something I've always done. Maybe I should just work for myself.
Yeah.
And so, no business qualifications, had absolutely no idea what I was doing. I got no money. I got a mortgage, bills to pay. I'm a newly single mum. What the hell am I doing? This is such a big risk. So what I did is I stayed working at Tesco's on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday night time.
Okay.
So I'd work 10 on the evening till 7 in the morning. And then I'd work for Womanic Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday daytime. So
Wow.
yeah, in effect, I worked 8 days a week pretty much as a new mum with bills to pay. And as Womanic grew and got bigger, I dropped my days at Tesco. So I dropped the Friday to start off with, then I dropped the Monday, then COVID hit. And I thought, if I can make it through COVID, I can make it through anything.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I knocked Tesco on the head, went full steam ahead into Womanic, and it's the best thing I've ever done in my life. And that's it in a nutshell.
Love it. Yeah, love that. I think there's sometimes quite similarities in people who find their path into self-employment, that it overlaps from a typical job because it obviously helps fund whilst you build, doesn't it? It seems that that's a really good way to get into self-employment.
It's the best way to do it, if I'm honest, especially when you've got mass overheads, like
Yeah.
with a mortgage and responsibility and stuff, especially when you're older. Like, so well, Manny will be 10 years old this year.
Okay,
So,
wow.
I'm 40, I'm 45 this year.
Oh, yeah.
So if you
Okay.
think I'm quite late getting into business, I'm quite late getting into the trade. I'd have been 35. I was late mum as well. So I was quite late coming to the party.
Well,
um,
it's one of those, isn't it? You don't always figure out what you want to do or what your passion is until certain things happen in life. And I was similar. I kind of dipped in and out of my trade, painting and decorating. And it wasn't until how old, 37, I got back into it. So, yeah, it's just one of those life path things, isn't it?
I think it makes you a better person because you experience so many different things, and it molds you into the person that you are today. So for
Yeah.
me, I think if I'd have done it earlier on, because I mean, when I first got made redundant back in my early 20s from Fletcher's, I did have another business called Looney Tuning, and it
Oh,
was
wicked.
I used my redundancy money to make an e-commerce site, and I sold parts and stuff. But I was so naive and I was so greedy, that any money that I made spent.
As you would. Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't think the company lasted a year.
Oh, bless.
Like now, I've learnt so much about not just myself but the industry and the world that we live in. I just feel like it made me a better person to make better decisions.
I think finding your passion a bit later on in life, it does give you that chance to experience a number of different things, and then it builds character, doesn't it?
It does build character. I speak to a lot of people, especially women, are coming into the trade, and they are always saying that they get treated a little bit different, or there's quite a bit of misogyny. It's such a male-dominated environment. But I think because I started it off as a passion really early on and made a name for myself, I have very rarely ever seen that misogyny directed at me. And I think that's testament to, I mean, it might be who I am because I literally don't give a shit what people think about me. If you think negative of me, then that's a you problem. That's not a me
Indeed.
problem. I
Yep.
try to be the best version of myself every single day. and I treat people exactly the way I expect to be treated. So I know it's not a me problem. So you've got those issues, you crack on and deal with it. But I
Yep.
think if you were a young girl getting into trade, I don't think you've built up that thick skin just yet. And I think that resilience and that determination comes with age and time and experience and stuff. So yeah, I'm kind of glad that I did it later on in a way,
Yeah.
personally, but financially, I wish I'd done it years ago.
Oh gosh. Oh dear. What would you say are the aspects of your job that you enjoy the most now?
The aspects of my job that I enjoy the most are obviously I love to correct a wrong.
Your problem
So
solver.
yeah, well, also yeah, if I get a customer in and they say they've been to a well-known high street centre and they've told them that they need X, Y, and Z, and it's going to cost them X, Y, and Z, and then it comes to me and I'm like, what? No,
Okay.
that's not the case at all. You don't need that. Why have they told you that for? So I love correcting a wrong. Get quite smug about that. I love working on cars. Every day is different. Every day is a school day. I love the networking aspect as well. I love getting out and going to different events, trade events. I've got a really good network of people that support me and back me and respect me. Um, I love that I've made a brand all on my own.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, it's just something I'm really proud of, I guess, and I hope
definitely.
that shines through.
Oh, it does. It does. I mean, your social media is exceptional and it's fun, it's informative. From it, I actually saw that you did a women's teaching class, um, how to kind of look after your vehicle.
That's right. So I did a few years ago. I created something called Heels to Wheels, where I taught women basic car maintenance, and it was great. And I'd one Sunday of every month, I'd have a group about 6 women, and they'd bring their own cars, and I'd just teach them basics, just how to check your levels, what to look for when buying a second hand car, how to change a spare, all the stuff that nobody teaches you.
Yeah.
I partnered up last year with Women Who Can, which is a charity,
Okay.
and they basically support women who have no strong male role model in their life to, perhaps guide them and teach them these things.
Yeah.
And it was such a good day. Like I did it twice. We went into a massive like shopping centre the first time, and we got a car in the shopping centre, and I had a microphone. I was just telling everyone to come over, and we'd like do group sessions every hour, and it was wicked. It was so much
Wow.
fun. And then the second one we did was she hired like a little social club, and all the women came and we did it all on the driveway and stuff. And I spent the day there doing that. Yeah, oh, I love doing stuff like that. I love teaching. I love empowering. I love for people to learn something, learn a new skill, and even if they go away with one thing learned, I think that for me it's just a massive win.
Absolutely. I think that you mentioned in there that this particular group of women you taught didn't have maybe a solid male role in their life. It's something that I kind of remember as being a kid is watching my dad kind of top up the oil and check the tires and stuff like that. So I can definitely see where if you haven't had that, then it's literally the basics of being a driver that you kind of miss out on understanding, isn't it? So you providing that is, I think it's freaking awesome.
So, but I mean, I feel like we've moved so much on in society now. So like for me, I'm still a single person. For me, I feel like there is no man that will benefit my life in any way, shape, or form. So as much as my dad taught me everything, my dad's the best. He taught me everything. My daughter doesn't see her dad, but I try to provide her everything that a mum and a dad can do. So
Of
I
course.
don't just do cars, mate. I've completely done my garden. I've dug it all out. I've built a wall. I built a 23-foot summer house on my own. Like, I just like to try and show her these aren't male roles.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a dad or a man in your life to do these things. Your mum and women are just as good. And that's no detriment to men. I'm not a man hater. Sometimes I am, not all the time. But I just feel like women are much more empowered now. We are finding our own path,
Yep.
and we're understanding and we're realizing that we're equal.
both mentally and physically. I mean, there's a lot now about women's health and mental health, and I know in the trades that it's quite predominant that the guys suffer, and I think it's still important that light is shone on that for sure, absolutely, because the numbers are shocking. Obviously, with this podcast being women led, I do like to touch on women's health and mental health because obviously we struggle on a different level dealing with different things to the guys. Now, I've mentioned with other guests about vitamins and supplements and keeping healthy and things like that. Is there anything in particular that you kind of do to keep yourself fit and healthy for your role? Because obviously it's fairly physical. So,
It's funny you should say that. No, so I hit the menopause really early on.
did you?
So I was perimenopause in my late 30s, and the doctors said I was too young. And then, so 45, 40. I think I was about 41, 42. I went to the women's hospital and they did all their tests and stuff and found out that I was actually quite far along the menopause to the point that I've
Okay.
got no ovaries left.
Oh,
And
wow.
you know what it was? What is great? Do you know what was great about it? I mean, the nurse was there. She's like, "Oh, you need to book an appointment with your doctor." I was like, "Why? What have you seen? What's going on? What's happening?" And she's like, "No, I think you really need to speak." No, tell me now. What is it? You know, you're thinking the worst, aren't you? I'm
Yeah.
panicking. She says, "You've got no right ovary," and I went, "Ooh."
Oh.
Mate, this explains so much. And I just and then I went through this process of taking supplements and menopause plus and all that sort of stuff. And probably about 12 months ago, I have absolutely knocked all supplements on the head. For me, I go to the gym, and that has been a massive help to me. I walk my dog for at least 2 hours a day. I Mm, I manage my workload to the point that I have Fridays off. So I don't work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. I don't care how much money you're paying me. I will not work a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I feel like I need that. A lot of that Friday is like a reset from the last 4 days.
Yeah.
It helps me manage my paperwork. It helps me manage my home. Yeah. So for me, I think it's literally I just had to reevaluate and reprocess my life.
Okay.
I got diagnosed with ADHD last year as well, which also adds as
Wow.
a lot of stuff as well.
Yeah.
But all these ticks, like people say to me, why did you go and get tested for it? And I was like, well, it makes me understand me as a person. That I didn't do it for anyone else. I didn't do it. I don't take medication for it. I literally want. The more I understand about myself, the more I can make myself better. So yeah, I don't believe in any vitamins. I don't believe it kills me to take 2 paracetamol for my chest infection last week.
Oh,
I
really?
don't yeah, I don't I'm just not into all this. I just think pharmaceutical companies and stuff like that, it's all money, and I'm just not into it. So I'm just not here for it.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, I'm a sucker, as in I take a couple of things to try and level out my kind of feelings and stuff like that because I definitely think I'm perimenopausal. I'm 40 this year and I started to see differences when I was about 38, so only a couple of years ago, and they do become more apparent, like the brain fog, the memory, the bad sleeping, the constant fatigue feeling. So I can feel you on that for sure.
It's horrendous, and I don't think you don't understand what's going on, and because you don't get no support from the healthcare professionals or anything, because you don't get any support from it, they just
No.
they just fob you off. You have to really push and fight, and I think unfortunately you're already pushing and fighting day-to-day tasks, and then when you have to go and push and fight the NHS to give you a bit of help and support, it's just you're just fighting a constant losing battle. So that's why I
Yeah.
think it is really important, in my opinion, to find yourself, to find your own path, and to find something that works for you. But I mean, I'm really fortunate in the fact that I'm mentally strong enough to do that. I know there's a lot of people that aren't, but again, that's another route. You need to go down and figure that out. But yeah, be the best version of yourself. It's just, I take it to everyone. You should be the best you. Forget about anyone else. Think about what works for you and make it happen.
That's it. Definitely. I'm with you on that. And I think being in the trades for someone that doesn't have that kind of support behind them, I think the community that the trades brings through social media and things like that is exceptionally valuable. I don't know what the community is like for mechanics. What do you have quite the group of people that you can talk to about stuff?
I mean, I've made friends for life in the motor trade.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
we speak daily. I call them my automotive queens, my sisters. And
Nice.
I've got many group chats where we're all in, and not just female but males as well. Like I've got, I swear, unprecedented support and male backing. I think anyone who actually works in the trade is the most supportive. Usually, people that have a negative spin on it are people that don't work in the trade. That's what I've found personally, anyway. And to be fair, that's because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's as simple as
Simple.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the actual motor trade is just it's such a lovely environment, and when you get to go to events, and you speak to the same people all the time, and you build up these relationships, and people tend to think that they know you actually more than they probably do.
Yeah.
Um, but it's massive. It's wicked. It's really, really good actually. It's much better than I thought it'd ever be.
That's amazing. It's so nice because I speak to so many different trades. It's so nice to know that each individual trade has their own little group that supports each other. I just love that.
I think you've got to, and I can't, like, I've got my friends out of the motor trade I've known for like 30, 40 plus years. Like when I keep a friend, like they're lifelong. But there's certain things I can't talk to them about when it's regards to work because they just don't get it. So it's just nice to have a bunch of people that are still that tight with me, but they get it a bit more.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Just circling back to obviously your mechanics and the day job and the grind that you work through in your own business. Are there any particular issues that you come across on a daily basis when you're working on the vehicles that come to you?
I think I on my journey, I've realised the things that I'm good at and the things that I'm not good at. So my day-to-day work simply consists of servicing and general repairs. Now, bear in mind, my capabilities obviously exceed that. So I'm renowned for doing engine swaps. I built a name up for making wiring looms. I'm capable of doing clutches, timing belts. All of that is something I'm capable of. When I work on my own and I have one ramp in one unit and I have responsibilities at home as well, I have to plan my day better. So for me, I think the planning aspects and trying to get my people's head around the fact that you just do servicing and brakes. Trying to make people realise that I'm more than capable of doing these jobs, but my day-to-day tasks and working on my own restrict me on what I can and cannot do. So I find that quite challenging.
Okay.
Paperwork.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but it's the ADHD brain, isn't it? Listen, you give me something fun to do, I'm guns a-blazing and I'll do it for days. You give me something boring and monotonous and put me in front of a computer where I have to sit still for more than 10 minutes, I am not going to be able to do it. So my paperwork pile literally stacks up throughout the entire year, and then my accountant is on my case. Have you prepared your accounts? And then I literally have to book out a whole week to literally focus just on my accounts, and I just call everyone for a distraction. Like it's so
Yeah.
bad. But that my biggest pitfall is my paperwork.
I get you. I'm the same. I try my best to do it monthly, input all my receipts and invoices and stuff. And it was only last week, I think, that I realised I haven't done it since August last year.
That's the problem, innit? I know. All good intention. Like I probably would have started the first month because I was like, oh, I'm not doing this every year. I do the same thing, and I'm doing it this year as well.
Yeah. It is what it is. You get it done eventually.
Exactly. And I'll stress about it and I won't sleep, but it'll get done.
It will. It will. Do you find that because you're a woman in the trade, your customer base is more female?
I don't find that at all. I find my customer base is 50-50.
Oh, wow.
I
That's
find
cool.
that, I find that it's quite funny. I'll find that like a guy will reach out to me and say, will you service my car? And I'll be like, yeah, of course I will. And then I'll do a great job. And then they'll say, oh, fantastic. Now my wife's going to use you. Now my daughter's going to use you. Now my mum's going to use you. And they tend to like, it's almost like, I have to pass a test.
Yeah, it sounds that way.
But yeah, I'd say it's 50-50. Yeah,
Okay,
I don't get
that's cool.
any more women than I do men. No, just exactly the same. I offer, I mean, I offer convenience. Do you know what I mean? I offer collection and delivery. There's not many people that do that.
Okay.
I'll pick up, like, you'll have a guy at work, and I'll go and get the car from his workplace. I'll sort it all out and drop it back before he finishes. It's the same with mums. I do a lot of NHS teachers. And while they're at work, I'll sort the car out and drop it back before they finish. It's just convenient for them, isn't it? Doesn't matter who
Definitely.
they are. I do a good job and I bring the car back.
That's it. As long as they get it back, I'm sure. Yeah.
Exactly. I don't think they care who's doing it.
Brilliant. Brilliant. When it comes to servicing your vehicle, say if I was a customer bringing my car or my van for a service, how often realistically should I be bringing it for a service?
Obviously, it would depend on your mileage. So I don't know how many like miles you do, but I always say, even if you're not doing any miles, you must do a bare minimum of an oil and filter change every year.
Okay.
Like, I have some of my elderly customers, they're like, oh, but I haven't been anywhere in it. Well, let's just do an oil and filter. You don't have to do anything else. You should do that. That should be a minimum. But, average mileage, 10 to 12,000 a year, you should do an interim service minimum every year, maybe every other year, a full service, depending on what's been done in previously, depending on your mileage,
Yeah.
will depend on what level of service you get, really.
Okay. Do you get many vans come through for things, or is it mainly cars?
I try to fob off fans.
Do you?
Just because so if you imagine my unit is a double garage from the back of my parents' house.
Okay.
And as much as me and my dad built it, it's got what's the roof? It's got a pitched roof.
Pitched roof. Yep. Yeah.
And I've only got a mid-rise scissor lift, so I wouldn't get a van in there. It means I'll be working outside on Jackson stands. And do you know what? I'm 45 this year. I'm not about that life no more.
Don't blame you. Don't blame you. And what's next for you this year? Have you got any big shows coming up that you're going to, or any big announcements that you can share with us?
I do have a big announcement that I'm not allowed to share with you.
Ah.
But I'm sure you'll follow me on my socials, and as soon as I'm allowed to tell you, I will. But I mean, this is massive.
Oof.
Like, I don't think you wouldn't comprehend how big this is going to be. But
Wow.
yes, but yeah, I'm at Rep Expert Conference this year, which is at the British Motorcycle Museum, and then we've got UK Garage and Body Shop, which will be wicked. That'll be so good. That's just an awesome show. I think they're the only two big ones I've got coming up. Got a couple of
Nice.
school events coming up. I'm doing one next week.
Oh, okay.
Got
What's
one in Leicester. So the one next week, this will be the third or fourth time I've been there. So I just do talks.
Yeah.
So you get like how old are they? They must be like 13, 14.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll just share my journey and what they can do and just open their eyes to the motor trade, because there's so many kids that don't even think about coming into automotive or any sort of trade. Like,
Yeah.
I don't just promote the motor trade, I promote trades in general. I'm like, guys, you don't understand how much easier it makes your life if you can plaster, build a wall, and do your own plumbing. Like,
Exactly. Saves
get
you a
it done, man.
fortune.
You'll save yourself so much money. It's crazy. Why do you want to go and paint nails and do hair, you women? I don't get it. Don't do something cool that's gonna make your life better. It's insane. But yeah, I've got that next week. I've got another one to do in Leicester. I've got some content coming as well. But yeah, you need to listen out for my big announcement, because that's gonna be sick.
Ooh, yep, that's it. We'll be watching. Absolutely. Absolutely. Right. We've come to the part where I like to do a quick fire question round.
God, you're gonna put me on a spot. Go on.
Let's go for it. Come on. Tea or coffee?
Oh, coffee all day.
All done. Easy. An MOT or a service?
Service.
Early start or late finish?
Nah, early start.
Diesel or petrol?
Petrol.
A gym sesh or an outdoor hike?
Oh, what? Hike.
If it's not raining.
I mean, I don't mind the rain. If I'm out in it, I don't like. I don't when I hate it when it rains and I can't do anything. But if I'm already out in it, I'm out in it. I don't mind.
Yeah, that's fair.
Embrace it.
Driver or passenger?
Oh, driver.
Of course.
I'm control free.
Last one, manual or automatic?
Oh no! So this is really funny, because I've always drove manual, but I only bought my first automatic a month ago.
It changes your life, doesn't it?
It changes your life, and I won't go back, so I'm gonna say auto.
Brilliant, brilliant. Cool. Okay, so I like to end the podcast asking the same 3 questions to everybody, and the first one of that is, if you could be any other trade, what would you choose and why?
I love that question. If I could choose another trade, I would choose to be a builder,
Yeah?
like a brickie.
Ooh.
Yeah, because I need a new porch.
I love that.
And I mean, I built my wall last year for my garden, and that's pretty. I mean, for my first go, it's pretty sick.
Nice.
But when it comes to like little red bricks and stuff, I'm not sure if I'm confident enough to have a go. But yeah, I'd be a brickie, I think, or a plasterer. But yeah, go brickie.
Cool, cool. And what trade should I have on the show next, do you think?
Oh, I think you should have.
Or who would you like to hear from?
What tradie should you have? Yeah, you haven't had a landscape gardener, have you?
No, not yet. No.
That would. Do you know what? It is graft. Like landscape gardening it's another level. And I think for women, I think we could do carpentry, bricklaying, roofing, electrics, plumbing. That's easy to us, I think. Because we're quite methodic and we're quite we like things done a certain way. But something a bit more. Not saying we can't do it, but because I've done it, a bit more labour intense because it is pure slog.
Yeah.
So yeah, landscape gardener would be awesome. I'd love to hear from one of them
Okay.
because, mate, I feel your pain.
Yeah, I've been there, definitely. Yeah.
Hard work, innit?
Sure is. Sure is. Yeah. Okay. Let's see who we can find. Have to do some digging.
I'm
No
sure there'll
pun
be some.
intended.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Okay, so Louise, where can people find you on social media? What are your handles everywhere?
You can find me everywhere. Even if you just Google Womanic, you'll find me. But I'm on Instagram, Womanic_Louise, TikTok, just Womanic, I think. Facebook, Womanic Limited, and I'm on LinkedIn as well as Louise Baker. But if you just Google Womanic, I'll pop up.
Amazing. For anybody that does need their car servicing or tyres and MOT, where are you in the country?
I'm in Tyseley in Birmingham, and you can contact me through Facebook.
Awesome. Perfect. Well, I've thoroughly enjoyed this chat with you. You're freaking awesome. I love it. And
And you are right back at you.
thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, I will make sure all your links and website and everything are in the show notes for the episode so everyone can find you. And I look forward to following more of your journey and seeing what this big announcement is later this year.
Yeah, I might tell you off air.
Yes. Yes. I promise I'll keep it secret. Brilliant. Well, thank you again for giving me some of your time, and I'm looking forward to staying in touch.
Awesome. Anytime. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.